Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Long time no chat. Today's video is going to be the setup of my second paycheck spread. I have my sticker kit from Romina Rosa. This is the second paycheck breakdown kit that she sells on her shop. From the last time that I used this, I had to modify the stickers and cut them up a bit. That would fit my spread here. So we're gonna do that again today. So let's go ahead and get paid on, what day is that? Friday the 19th. So we're gonna be budgeting from February 19th until my next paycheck, which would be March 5th, but I budget for the day before. So February 19th through March 4th is what we're going to be budgeting for. And during that time period, the fixed expenses that I have, the bills and expenses as I like to call them, I'm going to list them down here. So, and I like to put them in alphabetical order, and then I'll put the due date and then how much it's supposed to come out to. So the first one is going to be my life insurance, which is, oh, I think I need a new pen. That should be fine. And that comes out on the 1st for $47.16. The next expense is my iCloud storage. And that's also on the 1st for $2.99. I figure if I write slower, the camera won't shake as much, but let me know if that even bothers you guys. Next expense is the mortgage. Of course, that's on the 1st for $1,007.31. Okay, next expense, and these are so those are my three fixed expenses for the time period that I'll be getting paid until my next check. So between the February 19th and March 4th, these are the only three fixed expenses that I have. So I want to account for those. The next expenses that I'm going to be listing are my variable expenses, meaning the totals will fluctuate usually. It's never going to be the same amount every time I pay these expenses. So the first one that I have is my Citibank card. That's going to come out on the 19th, which is my payday. And I'm making a payment of $100. And then the second one, so the second and the third expenses, they're both my Discover card, but I broke my minimum payment due into two payments. Apparently if you pay, like, for example, on the 1st and then later on the 15th, it counts as two payments and it's supposed to help your credit score. So I've been trying that out. So that's why I broke my payments up. But for my payments, they're not going to be on the 1st and the 15th. So my payment dates are different. Excuse me. So the first one's going to come out on the 19th, and that's also $100. And then the second payment I'm making is going to be until March 2nd, and that's going to be $60. And the last variable expense is my PayPal Pay in 4 plan. This one's coming out on the $28.72. So the total for all of these, how did I do it last time? Yes, there. Let me grab my sticker. Is that how I did it? Yes, I did. Sorry. Still getting used to these stickers. So I'm going to have to cut this down. I got my trusty dusty scissors. just gonna put this. Do I want to skip a line? Nah. Okay, this is gonna bother me. So if we total all of these up, it should come out to $1,356.18. If that's wrong, please correct me in the comments below. So cash envelopes that I keep in my wallet are the same categories, and that's gonna always stay allowance, eating out, gas, groceries, and household. Okay, and the amount that I'll be stuffing into them is going to be different this time. So I did get some money from my dad, so I'm going to be using that money to stuff my allowance cash envelope so that I don't have to pull that money out of the paycheck. So that is going to be $100, which is what it normally is anyways. Eating out is getting its usual 100, and that's for 2 weeks. All these amounts I'm putting in is going to be for 2 weeks, which should last me until my next paycheck, hopefully. Gas is going to be getting $25. And then groceries and household, I barely used from the last time that I stuffed. So we're not stuffing anything with this paycheck. I still have like $100 left over in household. I never touched it. And then groceries, I think I've only spent $10 from the last time that I stuffed it. Okay, so now I can put down this sticker, the totals. And that's going to be $225 in my cash envelopes. Okay, so now for my sinking fund, I'm going to skip a line. And, well, if the sticker wants to leave my finger. Okay, so now we're going to enter in our sinking funds. I'm going to speed through this while I write down all my categories. So BRBs. Okay, and we're back. So I have all my categories for my sinking funds written down. Oh, I just kicked the desk. Okay, and now we're going to put in how much we're going to be stuffing in our cash envelopes. And RJ to start is going to be getting $20. Beauty is getting $5. Black Friday is also getting $5. And if you did watch my last video, you're going to see that a lot of these categories are going to be significantly lower than the last time. And that's just because of the amount that I'm being paid on this check. And also my expenses. Whenever I have my mortgage expense, my sinking funds don't get much love. So that's how that goes. The next one is car insurance, and this is only getting $1. I spoke briefly about this in my last sinking funds or my cash stuffing video. I pay my car insurance monthly every 6 months, but they do offer a cheaper, like a discounted price if you pay once for a full year. So that's what I'm saving towards so that I can pay that big amount for the full year. And then going forward, I will continue to save little by little so that I would pay that once a year going forward every year. Car maintenance is going to be getting $1. I don't drive a lot. I live in Vegas. Everything is close. So I only get an oil change like twice a year. I get my tires rotated once a year. I get a car wash every once in a while because it's hard to keep a car clean in the desert when there's like dust and everything else. The weather changes crazily all the time. So anyways, aside from that, I don't really have much maintenance that I do to my car anyways. So I keep that at a low balance, but everybody is saying that you should have enough for your insurance deductible in there for whatever reason that you may, knock on wood, get into a car accident. At least you have the minimum in there. But I also have an emergency fund, so if God forbid that does happen, I could pull from that fund anyways to cover that expense, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The dogs are starting to play with their toys, so if you hear that, that's what that is. And car registration is only getting $1. I just renewed my car tags this month, well, last month for this month, so don't have to worry too much about that right now. Christmas is getting its usual $40, and the reason why that's at 40 is because, let me look at my cheat sheet. So my goal to have in this envelope by the time I need to start Christmas shopping is about $1,000. So that means since I get paid bi-weekly, I need to put at least $40 each check into that sinking fund for me to reach that goal of $1,000. Not until Christmas, but by the time I need to start doing Christmas shopping, which is usually around Black Friday. So in November, early November. So late October, early November is when I need to have $1,000 saved, if that makes sense. And then for whatever reason, if I can't afford to put $40 in that sinking fund on that check, no worries. I'll, put whatever I can stuff, but consistently I try to keep that at $40 each check. But I think one time I put $38 or something like that, but that just means I won't hit my goal, or maybe one paycheck will be significantly higher than my others and I'll be able to put a little bit extra. Who knows? So you do what works for you. Moving along to funsies. I figured out what I can use my funsies envelope for. So I'm only putting $1 in it now, but last week on Friday, I did go for a massage and I used some of that money to go towards paying for that massage. So that's that. And I was pretty happy about that. Gifts is going to get $1. HOA dues is actually not getting any love because I have enough in there, and I usually only touch my HOA dues sinking fund when, again, if I have a big chunk of expenses coming out. I try to use that as like a cushion, that sinking fund envelope. So I'm using some money from this envelope to pay for my HOA dues this month. That's why it's not in my bills and expenses, but it'll reflect on my sinking funds transaction log. But that's a whole other story. So moving on to home decor. Home decor is getting $2. The dogs are wrestling. Home renovations also getting $2. Medical is going to be getting $200. And new car is getting $2. He's not happy with that. Office is getting $15. Kona. Moving on to Remy Martin. His envelope has like 80 something dollars, which is more than enough for him. So he is not getting anything this check. Retail therapy is going to get $10. Travel's going to get $2 because I don't know if I'm going anywhere anytime soon. I'm going to throw this totals sticker down. Let me flip-a-roo here because I want to get this as straight as possible. That's not straight. my God. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. And I did come back and I recalculated that. I was short $1, so it's actually $3.08. And now that all this is set up, I wanted to briefly touch base on how it is that I calculate these dollar amounts each time I do my budget. So, hypothetically speaking, let's say that my paycheck was $1,800. So I need to account for my fixed expenses and my bills to deduct from that $1,800 because I have to pay those bills. I have to pay those fixed expenses. So you're going to take the $1,356.18 out of that $1,800 paycheck, and you should be left with a little under $500, like $443 and some change. You can use that $443 to go towards anything else. You do whatever you want with that $443. You got your bills paid. You have $443 to do whatever you want. But you also want to account for groceries. So if groceries is not part of your fixed expenses, because obviously that fluctuates based on what you got in your refrigerator and your pantry, you need to account for groceries. Not everybody's going to have to account for gas or allowance. Not everybody's going to give themselves an allowance. But this is what works for me. So I have $225 that I like to give myself for 2 weeks to spend on these categories. So if I'm going to take... The dog's crying. If I'm going to take... So I already have my $1,800 paycheck. We're going to deduct the $1,356 because that's our expenses. We're left with $443. But I'm going to allocate $225 of those dollars to my cash envelopes, which should leave me with about $200, about another $218. That $218 now I'm using to put into my sinking funds. Some people don't use sinking funds. They just throw it all in their savings. So yeah, if you don't do sinking funds, you want to just throw it all in your savings. That's $218 that you got saved for the next 2 weeks. So I'm using that $218 that I have left, and I'm breaking these down into categories. So I like to throw more of that $218 towards categories that I either have a set goal amount for, which is Black Friday and Christmas. So those have like a set dollar amount that I stuff, like I said, every cash stuffing, which is every 2 weeks. For example, Christmas is $1,000 goal. I get paid bi-weekly, so that means I need to put $40 every 2 weeks towards that category to get to my $1,000. Other than that, I think that's all that I have for this second paycheck breakdown. This cash stuffing will be uploaded on Friday, February 19th at 10 a.m. PST. So don't forget to set your alarms for that video if you're interested. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to set your alarm. But there is bell icon by the subscribe button if you want to receive a notice. Yeah, that's all for this video. Don't forget to like if you liked it. Comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm almost at 80 subscribers. I don't know, but thanks for all the love and support so far. I did get a ton of, well, not really a ton. It was just like five Etsy orders that I sent out last week or this weekend. And that was like so exciting to me. Like every time I got a notification of a new sale, I just did a little happy dance. And yeah, so thank you guys for all the support. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram. All of that good stuff is linked down below, as well as my Etsy shop. I did have a end of the month sale in January that didn't really do well at all. I don't think anybody knew about it, but I will, heads up, be doing another end of the month sale at the end of February. I think last time, so in January, I did like 10 or 15% off everything in my Etsy shop. So I'm going to do that again on the 28th. So everything on my Etsy shop at the end of the month will be 15% off. I'll talk more about it in my cash stuffing video on Friday. So I'm going to cut this video now. Again, peace out. Thanks for all the support. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.